ठीक है। तो today we are talking about the uh, issues we are facing in Citrix. Mostly we face the regular basis issues like how to reset the profile, application is not getting launched, sometimes VDI is showing unregistered. Unregistered वाले पे yesterday I have shown you some documents for that and the steps how to find out the how to troubleshoot that issue, how to fix that. Okay, so these are the regular based you will face these kind of issues. Sometimes user will raise an incident that he is not able to launch the application. At that time, first on the user laptop or the client machine, you need to check that Citrix receiver or the workspace client is installed or not. Because if client is not installed over there, user will not able to open the application. Also, you need to check the firewall should be off. The Windows firewall should be off over there. As well as you need to check the application is accessible for other users or not. If it's accessible for other users and only single user is facing the issue, it means application is working fine. There is something on the client device or the user side. Okay, if all users are facing the issue, it means application, you need to check the application side first, that application is properly working or not. For that, you need to publish the application for yourself and launch it from your own ID. You need to open the storefront website, log in there and try to launch the application. If it's not launching, you need to check the server. Okay, if it's launching for you, you need to check the access that particular users or the most of the one user group is missing from there, or the application is blocked somewhere, or whatever. You need to check in the application server side. In case it's a single user issue, then you need to check the user profile. First you check that client is installed or not, firewall, and then you need to reset the user profile. Where the user profile is stored? Can anyone tell me? What is the location of profile?
Sir, user profile is stored in Active Directory.
No, it's
Here,
not.
so we have
No,
to get the.
no, it's stored in the file server.
Yes.
There were two file servers allocated for Citrix, and from Citrix policies, we have provided the location of that. In that file server, we have created a shared folder over there, and that location we have uh, provided in the Citrix policies. Okay. And one
Okay,
more
sir.
thing, in the Citrix policy, we after the location, we need to provide the hash username hash, or the it's a dollar sign, because every time once a new user login in the Citrix environment, the profile will created automatically with their name only. Because if I will not do that, every time we need to create, first we need to create the list of the users folder in the shared location, then user will catch them. To save it, it's an automatic process is there to provide this a dollar sign username user ID, or there is a SAM file folder location need to provide with the hash sign. So once you create the policy, you will get it. Okay, so there we need to provide the location of the shared folder as well as the user ID. And once user will log in into the Citrix environment, his profile will automatically created in the shared location as well as on that server in which he is accessing the application. Once he log off, the profile which is created on the Citrix VDA, that will automatically deleted from there, and everything is updated in the shared location, that is file share. Okay. Okay, now I am sharing my screen with you guys. Sorry, forgot to share it. So once my screen is visible, let me know. Okay, this is your file share. Here, file share for user profile. Okay, is a user profile is same like if you are going in Windows, users, and this is whatever user is logged in, their profile is created in profile location, and from there is the all application in which user have access, as well as documents, desktop, downloads, music, all folders are there in the profile. So in case user is facing issue with the a single user is facing issue with the application, in that case, very first option, you need to check the client firewall, and from your side you need to find the user profile folder, and from there you need to rename it. Okay, how you rename it? Just either you can click and you can find the rename option here. I'm not getting it, but you will get the rename option here, or once you click here you will get to change it like .old.
Old, new, something.
Okay, no, only you need to mention old. If you want to more specify it, you can
Uh,
put the date along with it.
Sir, I have a question.
Hmm.
If user profile will created in file server, then what is the responsibility of AD?
There is no nothing is the from AD side. It's your responsibility to manage user profile.
Because because AD we have created the user profile on AD, then we have
When when
provide.
when I told you that we have created user profile on AD, I told you we will provide the location of the profile share or the file share in Citrix policies. From Citrix
Okay.
policies, we have provided the location of the size file share, but it's a
Okay.
depend upon the user which is created in AD. The
Okay.
user which is who is created in AD will
AD.
log in into the Citrix environment, and then he will access the application. At the same time, his profile will created
Okay.
in the
Stored and a file server. Yes.
file
Yes.
server. So in
Yes.
case user is facing issue, you need to share the files share location from like / your file share name. Okay, file share name and slash user profile, something,
User profile.
whatever
User
uh,
profile.
whatever location you have provided in the Citrix policy.
Yes, sir.
That location you need to type there. Once you open that, you will get the list of the user profile. From
Then,
there,
sir, it's
wait, wait,
automatic
wait,
created.
wait, wait.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so it's automatically created over here. So once you get the list of the user profiles, then you need to search the user, impacted user, and you will get the profile same like this. And at the same time, you need to rename that. Once you rename, but remember, once you renaming the profile, at that time user session should be off, means user is not logged in or on any other application, because if suppose he is facing issue with the application A, and also he is accessing application B, and his session
Okay.
is there, in that case you would not able to rename that policy. So first intimate user that please log off completely from Citrix. Once he log off, then you rename the policy profile. So once the profile is renamed with the .old, you need to update user to log in, and user will log in, and one new profile is created over here with the name of SAMIK, with the
Right.
same name without old. Okay,
Okay.
So
Why?
if I will rename the
Why
user
we
profile,
rename this with the .old? Why is the other option that we can delete it?
No, actually, we have not deleted because some users file are stored on there, and
Yes. For
if user is login and it's created a roaming profile, then
yes. So
user is
it's a basically, so once user is some data is missing from the user profile, we can recover it from
from old.
.old. Okay. Now Santosh,
Yes,
your
sir.
question.
Actually, sir, Tom is
sir,
asking.
Yeah, yeah, Krishna.
sir, if I am going to rename the user profile and uh, it's created a new profile, so I need to apply all the policies or
No, it's
access
automatically. It's
a
an
new profile
automatic process.
automatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you rename the
Okay.
profile, actually profile policies already configured in delivery controller or the Citrix policies. Okay, or from the
Mhm.
Windows policies, whatever. Some policies are because in yesterday I have updated you is the
Mhm.
LSDOU, local site,
Yes, local Gen App, Gen
origin.
Desktop,
Okay,
site,
so
domain.
policies are created on Active Directory as well as on Citrix. So all policies are applied. In Active Directory, we have local policies, we have server policies, we have Windows policies, we have application policies. It's a variant of policies over there. In Citrix also we have a couple of policies integrated with Active Directory or Windows group policies. So it's already created here. So once you rename
No.
the profile and user will log in and the new profile is created here. In that case, it's automatically get the fresh policies from both locations.
Okay.
Why we rename the policy is a question. Because in case that profile is get corrupted or something is unexpected is going on the policy for the that particular user. That's why we rename the policy so that once user will log in next time, it will log in through the fresh policy with the fresh profile, and that policies was all automatically forced from the Active Directory and as well as from the Citrix. Okay.
Renaming profile is a reset profile, right?
Yeah, it's a reset profile, rename profile is the same thing.
Okay.
Same thing as in MCS, we say master image, golden image. These are both are the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. So if someone is telling you to reset the profile or rename the profile, these are both are the same thing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Durgesh, any question?
No, sir. It's clear.
Okay. And anyone like
No.
Santosh, all clear or crystal clear?
Yes.
मेरे को बोल लेने दिया. Wait, wait. I am just so on daily basis you need to search common issues related to Zenap and Zendesk. Okay. So here is the list of common issues. Zenap and desktop virtual apps and desktop excluding machine creation is not related to MCS. Okay. Windows Media Player throw off an error occurred while playing the file attempting MP4 video is something. Is a for that is the fix. What you need to fix? You need to go to this location. If you will copy, you will find the detail of this location as well as HKLM software. Is a HKLM for software is Edit.
Registry software.
Yeah, in the registry editor you can get it like this. It's a HKLM.
HKLM is coming on the current user. Current user.
Yeah. Is a HKLM is a HKLM. H key local machine.
HK.
Okay. Is a HKCU current user. uh, classes root.
Process
But
root.
whenever you are making any changes in the registry, always remember, if you corrupt the registry, Windows corruptly, Windows is not taking guarantee of that. In that case, you need to rebuild the server or build a new server. So whenever you making any changes in the registry, you need to go. Suppose I am here and Google. Okay, I want to make changes in the Chrome. Okay, is a Chrome extension and it's showing no value and no value. Suppose I am just going to change it. Right click here, export the policy. I am exporting in the desktop. It's a Google Reg. Okay, and save. And after that, I have.
Deleted.
But before deletion, I just copy this. Okay, I am copying this, and now I am going to delete. Cannot delete Google error while deleting key. Okay, but one key is deleted over here. You can see before
Yes,
that it was two
it's working.
so in that case, if any issue occurs with the Windows, what we can do, we just double click here. Do you want to continue? Yes. Okay, and in the registry this extension is again coming. So this is for the backup. So whenever you are making any changes in the Windows registry, always take backup. Like first you need to export the registry and then make the changes. In case of any issue, you can recover the Windows using the exported registry. Okay,
Okay, sir.
that why I am showing it, because most of the things when you search about the troubleshooting steps or anything related to Citrix, it will give you options like HKLM, HKLM. You need to make changes on the HKLM. So HKLM is basically stand for HK local machine. You are making changes on the local machine. This is registry for the users. This is for current configuration. This is for current user. Current user is right now I am logged in. So these all are for me only, for my profile. Okay, and this is the root. We never make any changes in the root. Always we make changes in the user or local machine or the current user. Okay. So always you will find the HK to make changes. So here, what are the issues? You can see USB redirection. This is a Citrix policy. From there you can make the changes, as well as you will get the randomly unresponsive 7.6 VMs randomly unresponsive deadlock situation between two threads caused this issue. Upgrade the VDA to 7.1. But you will going to start working on 7.15. So this one you can. This is for the studio. This is the command. Okay, I'm just trying to. I don't know if this command will run on my local laptop or not, but I'm trying to. This is to resync controller. Resync the clock of each delivery controller in the form using command this one, and the default maximum acceptable difference in the time between a client computer clock and this will to resync your time zone.
Roman control. Okay.
Okay, again VDA failed to uninstall. Okay, this one VDA failed to install means first step you install the VDA, and after that while you are uninstalling, what is the method? To the Citrix installer, go to open the installer, and from there you need to uninstall the VDA, not from the add remove program. Never remove Citrix, any product from uninstall failure from add remove program. Always uninstall the Citrix through the Citrix
It's removed.
installer. Once first time you run the installer to install the Citrix product, and if you run it second time on the same server, it will
It
give
will
you
have to
option to
uninstall.
uninstall that. Okay. VDA
Yes.
gives blue screen. Blue screen always you will get in the Windows system. Listen, I'm not talking about the Citrix only. If Citrix is not installed on there, but also you will get the blue screen there. It's showing you a blue screen, or it's a in white section is writing a lot of things over there. To prevent that, you need to restart the server, and after restarting it's working. Sometimes it's working fine, or sometimes for few seconds or few minutes or few hours it's working, and after that again it's giving the blue dump error. For that, here make the system registration. Or blue dump screen is based on your RAM, your application, or your CPU utilization. If it's utilization the more CPU or RAM, or any application is crashed over there, then only you will get the blue screen dump. Also you can search it with from here, like
Compatibility is
screen dump, blue screen of death, stop there. Okay. So blue screen dump is basically rectified by the Windows team. You need to update the Windows team for that, or if you want to check that, you can. First, you find out the issue. You will share with the Windows team that you need to make the changes. These changes need to make on the server, or if you are capable, you can fix the. Means you need to suggest the Wintel team. So if you are capable, you can fix that blue dump on this server. So from the backend, they will increase the capacity of the server. Again, it's a receiver error. The receiver is always in the client side. Means on the client laptop, client PDA, client desktop. Okay, could not connect to the orchestration service. Is a orchestration service after upgrading the ZenX 1.5. This is for you. During the site upgrade, the ArchDB connection and TrustDBC connection scheme not created. You must run the failed commands manually to create the orchestration database connection. And for that, here is the link. Same time thing is a this 1030 error is a for 6.5 also. It's a proxy type for supporting documents. Connection published desktop. This one download here, like this one for 7.15. When connecting to a published desktop from Mozilla Firefox, you will receive connection to failed with status unknown, client type 0. Once you open this, just I'm opening it, you will get the detail. Okay, symptoms, error, and after that the solution. You need to download the working firewall, republish that for the user. Okay, this is for the blue dump. Blue dump is looks like this one. This one is the blue dump.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think you faced this in the laptop also.
Yes, sir. Most of the troubleshooting we have done in Windows.
Yeah. This is due to the RAM or here is a check to the make sure that
Third
any
party software
hardware
and,
is
and
working.
hardware issue.
It could be through the uh, any driver which you installed in the laptop or desktop or server, through the application, through the excess use of the RAM or CPU. Okay,
Yes.
so these are the things. So I will share this also, or on daily basis you can do that you need to search issues. We'll discuss on that. It will increase your troubleshooting knowledge. Okay. So on daily basis, you need to go through this kind of documents, XAML and then desktop combination. Okay, and the searching, you can mention the version if you want. So known issues is a CU. You can say cumulative update 6 is a CU. So on that is a 7.15 is the LTSR with the CU6 is the latest one. Okay, for 7.15. Once you search in the Citrix, you will find the 7.15 is CU6, CU5.
LTSR.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So Citrix product documentation. Once you go to fixed issue, you will find here, and after that is a troubleshooting question steps. Is a troubleshooting now Citrix director. Director is for monitoring purpose and
Monitoring.
is a cannot locate item Citrix Azure plugin support as related to Azure. So file management, control panel, system security, system change setting, advanced user profile setting. When you navigate to this location, show the question, or also is a you can search the profile from Citrix policies. In the policies, you need to search profile related policies, and inside, once you open that, you will get the location and the created options over there. What kind of policies is created in your organization to manage Citrix profile. Okay. Suppose also these are the errors for provisioning, or for that you can go through that. Apart from that is the Citrix 101 FAQ. FAQ is basically is a frequently asked question. Can you configure Citrix directors application probing for published desktop? This is the question. This is the question. Once you only on daily basis or weekly basis, you need to search minimum or maximum four issues and how to fix them. And on daily basis, 15 minutes, like Saturday, Sunday, 15 minutes we will discuss on that. Okay.
Yes.
So now again I am coming back to the Citrix profile. So here I missed one thing, is a director. Okay, so suppose is a director here, and this one is the licenser. Okay, I'm mentioning it ls license server, and this one director. So how user will access the application? Suppose here this one is your user. Very first he will open the browser. Okay, in the browser he will put the storefront website, and storefront is common for 6.5 and 7.x. So the both website, the single website will work for both environments, 6.5 and 7.5. So this is your user. user will open the browser. He will type the open the website like Citrix FAQ or Citrix ABC, or it's a TCS HCL browser, whatever you have created the website here, same as the web interface. So once you get the you have the website, you will open try to open the website, and once you type the website and press enter, a request will goes to your
Storefront.
store. Okay, then what storefront will do, storefront
Storefront.
will check that user, but storefront having doesn't have the user account detail, so it will redirect it to DC.
Files.
Okay,
DC.
I have provided the detail in the document here, in this document also. I will also share the video for that, but I am just telling you, keep in mind that how Citrix will communicate. DC will connected with your AD.
AD.
Okay.
AD.
So then DC will send the detail to the Active Directory, and Active Directory will check that user is in the list. He is finding, yeah, the
Authenticate.
user is in the list. Then he will send the detail that user is in the list, as well as the user is having access on this page to the delivery controller,
Mm.
and delivery controller will send this detail to the storefront. Okay, and sorry, so it will send the detail to the delivery controller, and delivery controller will send the detail back to the storefront.
He sent to a storefront.
Okay, and storefront will send the detail
User.
to the user. In this situation, user will get authenticated. Okay,
Right.
this is happening on port 80 or 443. It's a secure. If it's a secure site, it's a 443. It's a or it's a 80 for
HTTP
HTTP.
or
It's a based on HTTP or HTTPS. Okay, here is the
Yes, sir.
communication on port 80. Okay, this one is a 389, or it's a Active Directory LDAP. You can say it's a what is LDAP? LDAP is a Windows protocol. You can search it. It's a lightweight directory access protocol. Okay. Also, you can find it that LDAP port. TCP. Windows 80. It's a 636, and this one port as shown. Okay. Also, do you know what is the use of NS lookup? It's a
NS
DC
lookup.
port.
It's
You can
a
see
this
it's
way
a
Microsoft running all application on desktop.
it's a showing you the ports you are used or not, which ports are used or not. Okay, it's a 389 LDAP port 389, LDAP SSL 636, LDAP GC is a different ports
Yes.
are for LDAP, but basically I am talking about this one. It's a TCP UDP port 389. Okay, so it's on port basis. So once the user is authenticated, means user is able to view the all applications, because DC has provided the detail that user is authenticated, as well as that user have access on blah 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 groups applications which application are hosted here in VDA 1234. Okay, and
Okay.
how DC will get the details about the published application and all, because it's connected with the
database.
database. And database having three databases: monitoring database for director, site database for delivery controller or for all other applications hosted in the VDAs, as well as one more database is there, is a configuration logging database. Configuration logging database for administrative changes. Apart from that,
Yes.
is to hold one more database, is a SQL database, is a LHC. Okay, LHC. And yesterday one more thing I have updated you. Apart from LHC, connection leasing.
Connection, please. Yes.
Okay, so now user is getting the list of the applications in the website. Now what will the next step? User will click on the application. Okay, if user is accessing Citrix first time, okay, user will click on the application, a request will go to the storefront through DC, and DC will check the application is hosted on which server. Like suppose user have access PDF, okay, PDF or SAP. Two servers I am putting for SAP. And user is clicked on SAP application. So DC will check that SAP is hosted on how many servers. So he find is published on 2 servers. Okay. Next step, it will check which server is on least load. Suppose VDA3 is on least load. Okay, he will get the detail of this server as well as collect the application detail. It sends it back to the storefront, and here user will get the .ica file. Okay, .ica file will downloaded over on the user desktop. Okay, so it's just a moment. So DC will collect all the details about the application and the which application is on which server, and he will get the detail of least loaded server. Forward this detail to user, and user will get the ICA file, .ica file, and it will download. In that case, here Citrix receiver or workspace client should be installed. If it's installed, the ICA file will automatically open, and it will get, user will get connected with the application server directly. Okay, means it's a direct connection between user's laptop to the server itself. Okay, it's a getter or it's a created on port number 1494. That is a ICA port 1494. Okay, at the same time this connection is getting created, user will get one license. It could be per user, per desktop, or concurrent. From here to here. Okay, once it
It's
connected,
directly connected to VD user.
no, user is directly connected to the VDI machine, or same time it will get connected with the license.
license server. First, check the license is
License.
open or not.
Yeah,
If
so
license
the
is open,
once
then
it
it's
is connected with the license server will provide one license to the user session. Okay,
One user.
means one license will check out from license server. Okay, clear? At the same time, one profile will user profile
Yeah.
will get created on the
created on a file sharing.
file on the given location. The location will mention on the Citrix profile which is under the user
Uh,
profiles management.
Sir, after these steps, it's a created profile on the file server.
Yeah, once user will start the
Authenticated with
application will start launching. Launch means
okay.
is getting open on the user client machine or user desktop or laptop. At the same time, profile will start getting
Create
created.
on a file sharing.
Once the profile will getting created, user will get the
Log.
application open on their client machine. Same
Okay.
thing, once you log in into the Windows laptop or desktop, at that time it's showing one thing is a profile is loading or uploading profile. That is for the Windows profile. But in the case of Citrix, once user is opening that application or launching that application, in that time, in the same time, profile is getting created on the share folder. So in case, suppose user is telling you that I'm not able to open the SAP application. So first you need to check the client. The Citrix client. I'm mentioning Citrix client. You can understand if it's a receiver or
Yes,
workspace.
sir.
Okay,
Receiver and workforce.
Yes, sir.
it's a Citrix client. First, you need to check the Citrix client, firewall settings. Okay, and then you need to reset the user profile from here. And after that, you need to check the application. Also, in between, if is related to the single user or multiple users, suppose one issue is created for you, one ticket is assigned to you. In that time, first on your side, send an email to user that can you please share me the your desktop session or provide me the snapshot of the error. And in between, you need to publish the same application for yourself and try to launch it from your side. So if user is getting the same issue or he will provide the same error message to you, you can troubleshoot it on your side only without taking time of user. So publish one application for yourself, launch it and check. In case you are supposing that application is already on multiple servers, so create a duplicate copy of that application. Duplicate copy means create the same application for yourself, remove all the existing users from the duplicate application and remove the servers which are in the background. Suppose for SAP there are two servers. Remove one server, launch the application. If it's launching, it means that server is fine. Remove this server and add another server and launch the application again. So you will find the which server is corrupted. Sometimes what happens, there are multiple servers, 5-10 servers, but only one server is in least mode, and every time DC will redirect the user on the corrupted server. So once you find the server that in 4 servers this server is not accepting connection, you can put this server in the maintenance mode. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the way to troubleshoot. So suppose just you are telling that user is try to
User
access
profile
the
is not
application.
created
Yeah,
on a file server.
yeah. user is trying to access the application, but his profile user is accessing the application first time, and his profile is not getting created of the file
Not.
share. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
this issue can be on a different way. Suppose sometimes user is trying to access the application. How this app issue can be exist is a there are a multiple variant of that. So is a user is trying to access the application, but his profile is not getting created here in the file share, but his profile is creating on the VDA itself. It's a local profile. Okay, so whenever user log off, his profile is here only. It's not replicated with the file share. But as per the policy, once user log off, his profile should be replicated with the file share, and all updates should be here. In that case, you need to check the policies, how the policies are getting applied on the user session. In that case, we need to follow this LCSDU, local Citrix. First, you need to check the local profile for user, then Citrix profile means Citrix policies, profile policies, and then and
Side.
how we check the policies is a Windows based GP edit, GP update. GP update is for to update the policies on the user session. So on the from user desktop, you need to run the command GP update /force to update the policies. It will replicate Windows policies as well as the Citrix policies. GP edit to check the policies, as well as one more command is there is to check the local policies is you need to log in into the VDA and tell the user to log in. Once his session is created on the VDA, you can check the user's local policies. So if anything, how to check the policies, local policies, Windows local policies.
gpedit.msc.
No, it's a GP edit to edit the policies. GP update is to update policies.
.msc.
.msc, correct. But it's for local policies is one command is there. I'm forgetting this. So how to Windows local. See, okay, is a Windows R key here, local group editor policies. See all
GP
apply.
editor.
How to be the Windows policies, Windows key
GP
and R
edit
to
dot
open
MSC.
run box, and then it's a GP edit to open, like suppose I'm not
Group policy.
I will show you how to check that. Is okay, let it be power on, then I will show you how to check the policy. In between, I will pause. So
Okay.
how to check it is first go to the command prompt or from the run is a
rsop.msc.
Okay, this is
Okay.
in the servers it's already it's a Windows 2. Okay, once you run the RSOP, you will get it's a Windows, it's a security, it's a local policies, it's a all policies are here. This is for computer configuration, this is for user configuration. Okay,
Okay.
software settings is for users, these are the policies. Suppose for a particular user you want to search, okay, go to here, new, because it's directly running for RSOP, resulted set of policies. Okay, now you can check that this is running for which user. Option, change query, then option, okay, from here right click, change query. Okay, change query, you are clicking for this computer from another computer. I am running this for this computer only. Next, then it's a for current user or select specific user. Here you will get the list of the user connected with that server, and you need to select the user and then next. Once it is showing the username, it's a AD and next. Okay, you will get the list of the Windows policies, local policies. Suppose audit policy is there. These are the audit policies. User right assignation is allow log on locally. Okay, log on locally means you will always log on through a local policy. So you need to check it. But in case of that, only you need to check that policies and take help with the Windows team, because you only can check the policies, but you don't have the rights to make any changes on the Windows policy. Okay, from here you can check the policies like page file, Windows log on locally, and in that case, if Citrix is installed here, one more option is here for Citrix. So in the Citrix, you need to check log on locally, or it's a remote session, or for the policies is a roaming profile, or whatever is there. You need to go to the roaming profile, need to check the policies is enabled or not. If it's a policy is enabled, it's a enabled for administrators. It is not defined, not defined, not defined. Not defined means the policy is not enabled. Okay, so for that you need to go to the here, and from here you need to enable the policies. But if you don't have the rights, you cannot enable that. You need to update this to the Active Directory person, Active Directory team to enable this. If you don't know how to check it, you only can go through the Google, take the things where that which policy is related to the user to create a roaming profile, because every time he is suppose you are searching in Google, user is login to the local profile. How to change it in the roaming profile? Take some Microsoft or Citrix link, share it with the ADT, or also you can update them to the email that user is logging to the Citrix local profile. I have checked it from the Citrix perspective. Please kindly check from the Windows. And from Citrix, how can you check? You need to go to the
rsoffice.msc.
no.
And
For Citrix, you need to go to the policies. Under the policies, there are two sections. For one is for user policies, another is computer policies. You need to go to the user policies and check the profile. Also, you can
Profile.
find it in the user. In the user section, you will find the user profile, and under the user policies, there are 10 or 12 policies are there. You need to check which policies is applied or which are not. Is suppose single user, then obviously it's not from the Citrix side. You need to go to the connect with the Active Directory. If it's for multiple users, then you need to check from the Citrix side. But before that, you need to prepare your homework, and you need to check that all policies are enabled or not, all required policies are enabled or not related to Citrix user Citrix profile. Okay.
Uh,
So Durgesh, yesterday
Yes,
I
sir.
have shared this one. What is the difference between FMA?
FMA, yes, sir.
Okay,
IMA and FMA.
IMA, FMA. What is the database connectivity lost? What happened is the if the license
License
server failed?
application to
What happened is
LSC.
the
Yes.
connection? What is connection leasing difference? And about the licensing, some questions are here. Okay, all
Yes, sir.
related documents I have shared yesterday. So
Yes,
this
sir.
week go through that document I shared, and